It might be appropriate to spend a few minutes talking a little bit about ATSU, since I'm sure there's some folks in the room that don't really know much about the university itself, and then we'll try to move on quickly to what you are interested in, and that's the project. ATSU was established in Kirksville in 1892, and it's fully accredited institution, supports a variety of health science related programs. We have two campuses, one in Kirksville, which is the traditional historic campus, and we are the founding institution for osteopathic medicine. And so we train and have trained osteopathic doctors at the Kirksville campus since 1892. The dental school is our first major programmatic addition to the Kirksville campus, and we're really excited about that. We're very excited to have Dr. Halliday with us. His last appointment before he came here was he was Chief of Staff with the Surgeon General in Washington, D.C. So, I mean, we really had a good catch when Dr. Halliday decided to join us. We also have a campus in the Phoenix metropolitan area. If you're familiar with Phoenix, it's on the East Valley side in Mesa. And that campus was started in early 90s, 92, 93, and has grown in enrollment so that it's actually larger than the home founding campus in Kirksville. And that campus supports a medical school, which is very unique because it works very closely with community health centers. The students spend 1 year on campus and then the other 3 years having clinical experiences, but also regular, I want to say classroom experiences, but a lot of it's done through ITV or that sort of thing. We have a dental school that is relatively new on the Arizona campus. That school was started about 7 years ago. I think they've graduated 3 classes. And the dental school that we're creating here, we started out thinking that this new school would be a branch of the existing school, but the more we got into it, the more we decided that that probably wasn't the best way to organize the school, but rather they should be independent. And so over time, this school will evolve into its own model. But we're starting with the model using the model that was developed in Arizona, and it also is predicated on the use of community health centers. Although there's one large difference. When that campus started year 4, the last year of clinic, was divided half on campus and half off campus, and no one else had ever done that. This new dental school that we're starting now, and I'll try not to steal Dr. Halliday's thunder, is new in the sense that years 3 and years 4 will be away from the main campus. Year 3, however, will be entirely at this site, and then like the Arizona campus, year 4 will be half of their time will be on the site, half of their time will be with community health centers or other clinical training experiences. Then Arizona also has a variety of, I call them allied health fields because that's what's meaningful to most of us. We don't always use that term, but physical therapy, occupational therapy, athletic training, just to name a few. We have, I think, 7 degree programs in the allied health area that are residential. We also have an online component for health professions management that presently is based in Kirksville. And the Arizona campus also does online program for some of these allied health areas. For example, in the profession of occupational therapy and physical therapy. They're moving to the doctoral level, so our online program takes a person who's already licensed professionally, but then moves them, gives them the academic coursework so that they can be a doctor in that field. So this is both an old school and a new school. The structure is somewhat complex for I came out of the public sector for a school that's, relatively small. Our total enrollment, including online and residential in both campuses, is around 3,500 students, which is really pretty good size for a private school, unless you happen to be a WashU or a SLU. But in comparison to the University of Missouri, it's obviously a smaller school. So at this point, I think I'll ask Dr. Halliday to say a few words about why are we doing dentistry in Missouri. Right now, Missouri has only one dental school, probably most of you know, and it's over on the Kansas City side of the state. And we're actually, the program is relatively small. Actually, the school, the state of Missouri and the school in Kansas City have an exchange agreement with Kansas. And Kansas has 2 architecture schools. And so they train all the architects for their state as well as for Missouri. We train all the dentists for Missouri and for Kansas with no real exchange of money occurring. So it's, one of the best examples of cooperation among higher ed schools that exist in the country. However, the situation is such within the profession of dentistry that right now we're retiring more people every year than we have new people coming into dentistry, and so there's a real need for another dental school. Now, we're aware that there's also a school associated with Southern Illinois over in, is it Alton? And, historically, WashU, SLU, and UMKC supported dental schools, but the other school, WashU, dropped their dentistry program entirely. St. Louis University dropped the core program, but kept a specialization in orthodontics and one other field, but those are graduate level dental programs, and we won't be trying to offer those type of programs.